evening, everyone. If I think I'm coming down with something. I'm getting worse and worse. Actually, like getting getting a bit sicker every single day. It seems. Persuasion 80. Is that the best one we have? I think so, right? Yeah. Ooh. I have done a bit, played around with a few things, read through some other things. On like different things we actually want to use. If we have the opportunity to actually make fire grenades, I'm taking that. Crafting fire grenades. Okay, yeah. We've switched around a few things, back and forth, back and forth. But I think we are at the point where we might actually get flame weapons on our main character if we have the opportunity for it. Sit up a bit. And that is the idea. Okay. We left off here yesterday.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
We haven't looted everything.
Unlocked.
Successful.
Okay.
Welcome back.
What do we have here? Needle pistol is interesting for me. I want the needle pistol. That's a 9. But I don't want to spend any more currently.
Unlocked.
I need more tech use from Pascal.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Rough day?
You have no idea.
I just might. That's the second bottle you've downed.
Jai Hidari. Falco sends his regards.
And what does that unholy scion of a Grox and a Brahan want from me this time? Oh, wait, I don't really care. My sole plans for tonight are drowning my grief in a sea of Amasak.
We'll give you grief, all right. Get out!
Don't think so, Ashmag. And tell Falco to come himself next time.
Hidari, I am tired of your mess. Out! Get some sleep. We'll talk about settling up later.
Okti Shireen, light of my eyes. Can't you see my soul is full of sadness? Have you no heart at all? Let go of your material concerns and let me grieve in peace. Have we met somewhere before?
Have we met somewhere before?
The woman looks at you with the glassy eyes of a drunk, and you notice the 2 empty bottles that had been keeping her company before you arrived. She looks completely out of place in this dingy, smoky bar. The fancy attire, the abundance of jewelry, the implants plated with precious metals, her appearance not only screams wealth, but also audacity, for only an audacious person would flaunt their wealth in a place like this.
Yeah.
Greetings, Shireen. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Call me Octavia. The fire axe.
Von Phalancius. My deepest, humblest regards, your ladyship. I never would have imagined I'd be standing at the bar, in the Amasekus, next to an honest-to-God Emperor rogue trader. Jai Hidari at your service. Professional trader, shrewd commercial broker, and, may he steal my tongue if I'm lying, the most honest dealer on footfall. Nonetheless, we all have our problems, and at times even one's many merits aren't enough to solve them. Perhaps it would be no trouble for a person with your kind of power and standing to assist someone with my kind of predicament.
What kind of cargo was stolen from you?
Goods of incredible rarity, Shireen. But it's not just that. 24 of my people lost their lives in the impenetrable emptiness of the void to acquire them. I cannot leave their families with nothing.
Ordinary smugglers do not dress so ostentatiously or behave so brazenly, and they are unlikely to spoil the mood of the Liege of Footfall with their mere appearance. This woman lost many people to obtain these rarest of goods, and to get them back, she turned to Vladimir Takara, the patron of all coal trade in the Expanse. Her cargo can be nothing other than Xeno artifacts, creations of the enemies of humanity, branded with heresy.
Are you asking me? I'm asking an upstanding citizen to be party to the trafficking of Xenos artifacts?
I thought we were on the same page from the start, Sherry. Please accept my sincerest apologies if that is not the case, and allow me to explain myself. If I had told you directly, you would have become, shall we say, complicit. But since those illicit words did not escape my lips, you would hypothetically be agreeing merely to help me recapture a few containers. And if the Aji suddenly decided to thwart our plans, then all the Void Dogs would be unleashed on me alone. My sincerest wish was to protect you from any unnecessary trouble, Shireen. I swear, by the Exalted One.
I wish to ask a few questions before I decide.
Ask as many as you wish, Shireen. Trust is the key to a successful endeavor.
What do you need help with?
You see, Shireen, there's one cardinal rule on Footfall. Anything goes as long as it doesn't get in the way of business. I'm someone who's been able to exploit that rule to the fullest. And in recent years, I've hit it so big, I've become a speck of sand in someone's green eye. They used to throw small wrenches into my dealings here and there. Well, now they've decided to really put their backs into it. Some rats stolen my cargo and dragged it off to the seediest part of the Shadow Quarters. A crummy place even for connoisseurs of Footfall's unique atmosphere. When I asked the Liege for protection, we had a mutual misunderstanding. I believe Vladimir, in a most lamentable fashion, has forgotten his duties as guardian of the downtrodden and wronged. So I'm in desperate need of a new one. And you, Shireen, fit the bill perfectly. All I need is for you to drop by one dark corner of Footfall Shadow Quarters and pound it into the thieves' heads that taking Heydari's property carries certain risks.
Jay appears to be a serious operator on Footfall. The Liege's refusal to help means the loss of a potential ally. So Jay is encroaching on his turf. If Vladimir is not responsible for the disappearance of Jay's cargo, he will certainly benefit greatly from it.
I suspect Vladimir wants to keep the cargo out of your hands, and I want to put it. And I? What?
1. I suspect that Vladimir wants to keep the cargo out of your hands. And I want to put him in his place.
Yep.
May the Exalted One bless you and your progeny. Then here's what we'll do. We shouldn't be seen together before we make it to the safe house. I'll head there first. I'll take my own special route so I won't be spotted. Right. Here, that's where those ashmags are keeping the stolen cargo. Out the bar, over the bridge, and to the left. There in the depths you'll find a small courtyard, through which you can get to the place. I'll be waiting nearby. You can come when it suits you, but the sooner you do, the better. I'll see you then, Shireen.
Okay. So we are going to go. Today is going to be a bit of a combat day, I guess.
What lies beyond?
We are going to go on a murder spree. We have one here, though. It's that one, right? Plan is to clear a lot of the quests and stuff like that that is hidden in the Shadow Quarter today. That is the idea, anyway.
I feel so miserable. And not a soul around who would listen.
We're not
There
dealing
will
with that
be
right now.
No peace in my wake.
Why we're not dealing with that right now is because it's going to take half a decade to get through his conversation, and I just want to kill stuff right now. So we are going to go on a murder spree, taking care of the cultist, Anver, or Anval. There's certain gear pieces I actually want to get my hands on that is really good overall, so I want to actually try those out. Shouldn't be that much of a different problem in the combat, but yeah.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
First combat encounter is going to happen. It's not here.
Wastewater, unsafe for drinking even after purification and now being used for laundering.
Up here.
What is that?
There we have another
Rising
one.
sun symbol. It seems oddly repulsive, even sinister.
Clear the rubble.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
It's using cost underwear. Enemy suffer. Okay, I might actually try to make a grenadier build.
Unlocked.
Laboratory is blessed with multifunctionality.
In this tapestry of a world,
Oh, what's the frame like that? We're almost refueled here. I'll show you how it's done. I'm just feeling it. And I'm not just feeling it anymore. The guy is pretty much in there right now. It was a lot more fun when he was alive and trashing. Okay.
they will see. Oh yes,
Malta
they
bombs,
all
won't say no
will
to that.
see.
Your seneschal is always there for you. The sooner we start.
What torments you? My visions showed this.
The Emperor is with us.
Many
I
others.
will take you down.
Look here, another comes training for us. Okay. Pascal is first. Cubalist. Albert is going forward. Cassie is far back. And you are there. Agatha is there.
The Omnissiah non-weapon function successfully terminated. Running binaric override.
$47, 50, 14. Can get a few kills if I go there. Can take care of these two there.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. As the
Start with this one.
tenants demand. My blade whispers your name.
Okay.
The shadows will killing brings me no pleasure. As honor ordained, I shall not fail.
She just took out 3 or 4 guys. Okay, yeah. Okay, pop that. I want to get more points, more action points.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Here we go.
I'm in, maggot.
I will do my duty.
Dodged it? Okay.
Show me what
Should have put brace on. Another fog, another fog, another fog. Hmm.
Oh, fate claims another one.
Can't see any of those, huh? But I can light you on fire. And you're immune to fire. Okay.
A wicked thought.
You're immune to fire, huh? Anima fog, cinder. Permanently explore. Berserker mentality attack, combat master. Have a decent weapon. Okay.
Indeed.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I've suffered worse.
Let's make it quick.
Ouch!
My death. May my blood
That's not
be
good.
A worthy sacrifice.
Yes.
My vow is to serve.
A broken blade has no use.
Is she out of... She might actually be out of count now.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. Faith without deeds is why I was chosen. Doubt is for the weak. Guided by faith. I'll do it.
You hit absolutely nothing,
Power
huh?
resides in the will of the righteous. As the Emperor commands. Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
Hold on.
Let's get to it. Time to slaughter someone. This'll
It
leave
cleanses
a
the
scar.
body.
It will be done. At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
Scared yet?
No.
Don't leave us. That's
Oh,
That's
for
an
fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
schemes within.
I have read tomes of military tactics. I am a navigator, not a servitor. If I may,
Administration is a holy task.
Heal up.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Good.
I need your aegis, O Emperor.
We're at a tactical
That's
disadvantage.
bullshit. That's bullshit. And you missed.
Let's get to it.
A tactically sound approach. I will do my duty.
You keep dodging everything I throw at you. Dodging and parrying everything, huh?
I'm here, maggot.
how dare you? Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Officer's Fellowship is solved. Don't really want to do that, that's for sure.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. My final lesson.
Off in our ranks.
Show me what you've got.
What the fuck?
Let's get to it.
reduced to dust.
Oh, strike me again. See what happens.
If the target of a successful attack is under damage or effect, immediately suffer 3 instances.
A wicked thought. What if? Let's see.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of damage. Immediately inflict exploit on all enemies.
Another stroke of genius.
Oh my god, that fight was a lot rougher than I expected, honestly. Base armor. This guy grants deflecting against fire damage as well as burning immunity. Okay, so it's immunity to fire. He's waiting for you, you know the place, so be there on time. That turn can be seen from the entrance of the Adeptus. Make sure Walkers doesn't see where you're going. Thunderhammer, solid option.
What lies beyond? The shadows reveal their secrets.
Over there.
I see what others do not.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
The huge walls that rise above the chaotic buildings of Footfall are strikingly different from the small houses and squalid huts sitting huddled under the soaring arches. This fake door is connected to a mine trigger.
This fake door is connected to a mine trigger? Okay. Why am I on... What? Executioner is what I'm at, yeah. Immediately inflict bleeding on an ally of his choice, including themselves. 5+ medic. Gift of Tournament. And psychic staff abilities inflict damage over time on the executioner's next range attack or psychic staff ability inflict damage over time. Affect all target hit. Well, what if it's your psychic ability and not psychic staff ability, if that makes sense? Equal to Minimum weapon damage divided by 7. Pain resonance. Dexion replaces their maximum wound. Wounds with same number of temporary until the end of combat. Until the end of combat, all burning effects will deal 10 plus damage. Okay. Molten Beam. All damage dealt to enemies by damage over time effect increased by 100%. Okay. Burning. Until the next turn, the executioner gains bonus on their parameters for each creature, enemy, or ally in combat suffering from the following damage over time. Plus, Toxin actually is deflection. That might be a good... Terrifying Strike. No, I think we're going this. Defensive stance. What was it we were going to get on you? Grenadier. Okay, no melee superiority against them. Okay, that's great. Arch Militant. Next attack this turn will cost 0 AP and will not count towards. The ability is reduced by -1 AP for every 4 stacks of versatility. Okay, yeah. Piercing and rending damage, inflict bleed. Okay, no, we're going Wildfire. That's a solid one. Grand Strategist. I think we're going that one. You are Assassin. Poison. Death Whisper, I guess? We're going Strong Point, that is... Linchpin. Yeah, Strong Point.
Patience! Oh, my nerves are frayed.
We are heading back to the Void Dock because we are going to our ship and healing up because we have more fights incoming. At least 3, I think. 3 more fights at least. We were going to hunt down the cultist and the leader and help Jay Hedvin. No, Lord Captain Ortega Fireaxe. Opticon extends his official greetings and invites you to... Okay. Logistic here, yeah.
There will be no peace.
Form A/716B is valid for up to 11 hours from the placement of the stamp. You have submitted it after 14 hours and 8 minutes. Your cargo registration request is denied. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of
2. I received an invitation to a meeting.
Confirmed. I wish to / discharge / reciprocally validate / the mutual contractual obligation designated Logistic Theta. Under the contractual obligation in question, 34.761 Terran cycles ago the Explorator Cognizance fleet received from / representative / authorized units / of the von Valancius dynasty a volume of high-grade promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantaline void tankers. Received it, and then didn't pay. Compensate. Remunerate. Settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated / payment / reciprocal offering / from the Cognizance fleet can be made to von Valancius assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be / fulfilled / archived / confirm your status regarding acceptance of the / payment / reciprocal offering /
Okay, so we can take a mobile extractium. We're going to get a ton of those overall. We get them from a lot of places. But I'd rather take the 5k reputation, honestly. What payment can I expect?
/ Universal Mobile Orbital Deployment Extract EM / Astra Erator Processing Complexes / in the quantity stipulated in the contractual obligation. Each unit has undergone a cycle of maintenance liturgies and has been assessed for conformance to the sacred standard template construct. Great creations of the Omnissiah, blessed be his beneficence, which has bestowed upon these complexes industrial might and a full cycle of reproduction and life support.
You waited 30 years to pay up?
Execution of / payment / reciprocal offering / is in accordance with the specifications of the contractual obligation. Allocation of assets from the holdings of the Cognizance fleet was initiated when the tankers reached the main squadron, 14.905 Terran cycles after the initial transaction. The asset allocation process concluded, 2.663 Terran cycles later. Transportation of assets to the Furibundus system took 16.862 Terran cycles. Final delivery of assets to Footfall took 0.331 Terran cycles. Clever. If you had been purchasing fuel for a squadron at the other end of the Imperium, you may never have had to pay at all. We would have turned to dust before you made it there in Beck.
You're saying that my dynasty has had an extensive business dealing with you.
This statement is true. The Cognizance fleet concluded 1,292 contractual obligations with the von Valancius dynasty as / represented / led / administered / by the counterparty identified as Theodora von Valancius. The most substantial was Pact 8 Yule, in accordance with which Archmagus Cubus Delphim, data usher of the sevenfold hallowed workshop of the sacred world of Euphrates II, was transferred to the planet Kieva Gamma to / perform the duties of / minister as / its fabricator censor. The services of such a highly / enlightened / enhanced / authorized / servant were / recompensed via the offering of / paid for with / a 7-year contract granting the fleet's exploration vessels maintenance privileges at the Kieva Gamma facilities.
/ I don't think we have enough / Oh my god, I'm having a stroke in the middle of this. / Oh my god. I don't know what to say about that, honestly. I really don't. But it's fucking hilarious. / Okay.
That is true. In the last couple of decades, Lady Theodora took pains to form a strong relationship with the Cognizance fleet. She turned down a dozen candidates looking for the right tech monitor to watch over Kieva Gamma.
No payment needed. It's considered a gift and my sign of hope in future collaborations. 5k rep is a fair amount of rep. That is what I'm thinking right now. Yeah.
The request is accepted. The contractual obligation Logistic Theta is concluded. The Cognizance fleet thanks House von Valancius for its cooperation. The status of the unit's requests will be increased.
Yeah, that means we can do that. Weber, target immobilized. Efficiency. New plasma pistol. We're almost at 7k. Okay, we pumped up that a lot, and that was great. Now we just need profit. Profit, profit, profit. The weapon might actually have some good, interesting... Target hit by the weapon must pass agility resistance. Target becomes immobilized. At the end of the turn, the target must pass an agility resistance to remove it. Remove the effect or suffer direct damage equal to the target's agility bonus. That's actually really cool. We're already up there. Okay. Next one is 11,000. I can't get past that. Each attack with the saw increases the wheel critical hit damage by 1%. This stacks and lasts until the end of combat. So theoretically, you can make a build that has 200 crit damage on it. That's the thing I want, honestly. Okay. Oh yeah.
Access has been granted to the following options.
Yeah,
Information
I
exchange.
seek friendship.
The priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus / is interested in / considers expeditious / cooperation with rogue traders. Under the terms of the Treaty of Mars, it is willing to provide services to the von Valancius dynasty. The priority of service tasks can be raised if diplomatic links are strengthened. The Cognizance fleet will be / glad / alternative unavailable / to accept. 1. Any samples of sacred technology. 2. Samples of profane xenotech. 3. Miscellaneous items. Reminder, storage, study, and / or disposal of the aforementioned objects with the exception of 3. Miscellaneous items is the preferential right of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Explorator fleet will also accept information about planets in the Coronis Expanse that have not previously been recorded in the Planetary Register.
Why do you want information about planets?
Omnifaceted study of the Coronis Expanse is the / sacred mission / operational objective / of the Cognizance fleet. Information about the planets and star systems of the Coronis Expanse / must / will / be compiled, studied, and transferred to the holy repositories of Mars upon completion of the / Great March of Exploration / mission //. This process increases the totality of knowledge and decreases the totality of ignorance in the universe.
Why are you interested in xenotech? Isn't that heresy?
The Cognizance fleet / finds it reasonable to believe / believes / that forbidden knowledge in the hands of the laity causes destruction and violations that go against the Omnissiah's will. Weakness of mind and will unleashes xenoheresy, which consumes the laity whole. An example that demonstrates the outlined pattern, a void station in the system of Langren's belt. According to the data available to the Cognizance fleet, the heretics on the station have trade relations with Xenos for the sake of obtaining dangerous and pernicious technology. The destruction of these heretics is of high priority, but not high enough to demand immediate action.
I have some questions.
Information assistance will be provided.
No.
Information assistance mode deactivated.
The thing with
the
this...
Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
The thing with this character, it actually hurts my head if I talk to him.
A familiar figure turns to you. Heinrich van Kallax, interrogator of the Ordo Xenos, bows his head respectfully.
Lord Captain. Honored interrogator, what a surprise. Did you, perchance, leave something in your cabin? Not at all, First Officer Verserian, I'm not in the habit of leaving a trail. But I thank you for your concern.
Greetings, interrogator. To what do I owe the pleasure of this latest visit?
Only to our mutual duty to humanity. It is that duty that demands that I disturb your peace once more.
Okay.
I was able to contact my mentor and report the tragic events that transpired on Rykad Minories. I also received some information from my agents regarding the movements and actions of enemies of humanity, including the Xenos that we're assuming were involved in the theft of the star. According to their findings, the threat now hangs over other worlds. This time yours, Lord Captain.
Heinrichs clears his throat and begins in a pointedly official tone.
By the order of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar, whose duty is to stand sentinel over the Coronis Expanse, the rogue traitor of House von Valancius is to take on board the agent of the Most Holy Inquisition and provide escort and support in deeds great and small that serve to safeguard the territories of the Imperium against its enemies. This decree is effective immediately upon announcement and remains in effect until decided otherwise by His Excellency Calcazar.
Henrix, would you mind translating the torrent of verbiage you just unleashed upon me?
His mouth twists slightly.
The Lord Inquisitor has deemed that my presence aboard your ship and in your retinue would be significantly more beneficial to the fight against heresy and evil than my return to my mentor's side. Our parting before our arrival on Footfall was premature.
What exactly caused this need to rejoin my crew?
The cause is the activity of humanity's enemies, including the cult of the Final Dawn. In my absence, the situation in the Coronis Expanse has changed. I have received an exhaustive report from my agents. This heresy has taken root in the region where the von Valancius worlds lie. You probably already know about the fate of the industrial world of Kieva Gamma. If not, then I will share what details I know, but not here. Better to talk on board, where we will not be overheard.
I object to such power abuse. I'm not fond of the methods used by the Inquisition, but I will assist you in any way I can.
I understand, Octavia the Fire Axe. But duty to the Golden Throne is seldom a pleasant burden to bear, especially for those in a position of great power. I must also deliver this to you.
Heinrichs pulls out a sealed letter.
The Lord Inquisitor specified that the contents of this envelope are for your eyes only. I would ask you to read it as soon as you have the time.
May the Emperor's faithful forever remain in the light of his favor. Let me first express my condolences on the tragic death of the most honorable Theodora von Valancius. Nevertheless, I was elated to learn that the warrant of the rogue trader has been passed to a worthy and promising heir. These words are not hollow compliments, but rather the Inquisition's official opinion of your person. As fate would have it, you have taken the reins of the von Valancius dynasty in an hour most dire, when grim portents of dark events to come are surfacing throughout the Coronis Expanse. I have been duty-bound to become the first sentinel who sees the approaching threat, and I hereby alert you that it is indeed coming. Our loyalty and resolve will be tested. People such as you and I will become the pillars that will unite the Emperor's frightened children and inspire them to fight back. And so I greet you as my dependable ally and assure you of my favor. From now on, you have a trusted friend within the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition and a receptive confidant on whom you can rely. Should the dark times ahead require you to make questionable choices, have no doubt that such an incident will be examined in an exceedingly temperate fashion that rules out the most radical forms of judgment. I have faith in the success of our partnership and thank you for your contribution, both past and future. Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar.
That is everything for the time being. Are you headed to the ship? Or do you still have business on Footfall? Whatever the case, I can either wait for you on board or accompany you as part of your retinue.
We are going to the ship.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Amidst the madness. It's just a wall of, like, it gets like, the game has like really long parts where it's just like, explore, yes, cool puzzles and stuff like that continuously, and then it's just like, here, have lore dump. Bump. I don't have anything against it. Did she just stab herself?
Lord Captain, the inspection of the ship's systems is complete. The tech priests are reporting the machine spirits are calm and satisfied. Everything is ready for onward travel, except there is an issue you must be made aware of.
Cassia makes a quick nervous gesture, adjusting the adornment over her third eye.
I have been studying the records left by the vessel's previous navigator. I wanted to double-check the route to Dargonis and discovered that, it does not match the one recorded in the atlas. It is more than a minor warp fluctuation, the route has been wiped out, it can no longer be used for traveling. To make matters worse, I started checking the paths from the atlas, one after the other, and saw the same thing everywhere. The warp is roiling with an ominous storm, bursting with vivid and screaming colors. It will not hinder our movement, but all previous knowledge is now utterly useless.
Argenta angrily chops the air with the side of her palm.
Warp storms are our enemies, just like heretics and daemons. It is a shame they can't be dispersed with a flamer or a bolter. Now we can be certain that problems with astropathic communication in the Coronis expanse are no coincidence. There is a warp disturbance in your way, Lord Captain, it is swallowing messages and disrupting familiar routes. This means you need to locate the key worlds of the Von Valancius Protectorate as soon as possible. I am talking about Janus, Dargonis, and Kiavagama. Charting new routes so they can be reached and restoring control will be the necessary next step.
What would be the consequences of losing contact with these world be?
A world deprived of connection to its neighboring systems and the Coronis Expanse's infrastructure can only rely on itself, and their capabilities are often limited. For example, Janus does not have a fleet of its own. Pirates, cultists, heretics, Xenos, anyone could prey on the helpless planet. The loss of communication is a threat to your position. A rogue trader with no protectorate to back them is one that grows weaker by the day.
The Voxmaster is entirely correct. You are rogue trader Octavia the Fire Axe von Valancius, the successor to Theodora von Valancius, one of the most influential women this side of the Maw. But you are also new to the business of governing. Many will doubt your competence and try to carve up your protectorate so they can snatch a piece for themselves. It is important to show your potential allies and foes that you are in control of the situation. Which is why the sooner we reclaim these lost worlds, the better.
A faint smile appears on Cabello's lips.
If the Faithless decide that your worlds are easy prey, that is good. We will find enough enemies in your domain, then. And we will kill them. The Undying One will look upon us with approval.
Tell me about Janus.
The surface of Janus was altered extensively so the planet could be designated an agri-world. It is a powerful food base, capable of supplying the burgeoning protectorate and exporting provisions to the outer worlds at the same time. Janus owes much of its prosperity to the governor House of Viat. Under its leadership, the world has grown ever more prosperous year after year, securing shipments and taxes while keeping the workforce tightly controlled.
What is Kiavagama?
Industrial world Kiavagama is being managed by the governor House of Gaprik and supplies your protectorate with rare mineral resources. Additionally, the planet features an Adeptus Mechanicus manufactorum that processes materials and prepares them for shipment.
I testify that Kiavagama is a world marked by the Omnissiah's patronage. By his grace, the manufactorums of the colony are inhabited by committed and industrious machine spirits.
Heinrichs coughs quietly.
Mistress Tolliman neglected to mention that the Kiavagama manufactorum also supplies heavy machinery, from forage harvesters to vessel systems and components.
Abelard turns his hard eyes on Heinrichs.
You display commendable knowledge of our world's manufacturing capability, Van Calux. Pleased to be of service.
What do I need to know about Dragonos?
Dargonis is the heart and soul of your protectorate. It is where the main administrative resources and storage facilities are, and so is the Von Valancius Palace. If you would like to know, this is where you will publicly accept the title of Rogue Trader. Dargonis is a major administrative hub that runs the cargo fleet and keeps track of finances.
Albert, what's your opinion? Which world should we deal with first?
Abelard strokes his beard for a few seconds before giving a hesitant reply.
Rediscovering the agri-world will supply your protectorate with something none of your servants can do without, sustenance. The importance of basic supplies should not be underestimated. Just look at Footfall in its current pitiful state. On the other hand, I am concerned by the rumors concerning Kiavagama. There have been no problems on Janus for many years, but something is very wrong with the industrial world right now. Delay may cost us the entire planet. I trust I do not have to explain the capital world? Losing it would make us the laughing stock of the other dynasties. Besides, the loss of chronicles and ledgers would spell a bureaucratic catastrophe, so all three systems are equally vital to the protectorate. It falls to you to decide which should be brought into the fold before the rest, Lord Captain.
6. Very well, our course is clear. Do my officers have any other issues that require immediate attention? That is all, Lord Captain. The vessel and the crew await your instructions and are ready to depart Footfall immediately, should you so desire.
Okay. We are healed up. We are healed up. I want to do something about the character. I'm thinking about like redoing certain things, but at the same time it's just like maybe soldier background would have been better.
Lord Captain, we are once more within reach of the von Valancius Protectorate. Of utmost urgency is restoring communication with your planets and bestowing the wisdom of your decrees upon their stewards. Developing colonies, claiming new territories, and establishing trade links. All this is now your privilege and burden.
Okay, we're going back to Footfall. Martyr's Endurance. We're going with the same crew. We're doing Jehedrin now. Yeah, we're doing the Jehedrin quest. That's the first thing we're doing, I think. My hand hurts, I don't know why.
They will see. Oh, yes, they all will see.
I think the soldier would have been the best option for what we're doing right now. And taking it off to the side. But at the same time, I feel like I honestly feel like we're kind of good with the way we did go anyway.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
A tantalizing anomaly.
I want to do as much on Footfall as possible, honestly. So we have the certain gear pieces, the stories, the XP from this. Where do we have that? Where do we have that? Need more gloves, that's for sure. Good gloves is something we really need. That's for the Grenadier build. That one and... That's good. And you... Chainsword? We need a good weapon on her. I want a one-handed weapon on her. Okay. And you're actually getting, instead of the shotgun, you're getting the Weber gun. I want to see if we can make use out of that one. That can go back as well. You don't get any good use from that, honestly. You know what? Pump up the awareness on my character. Pascal has the basic helmet. Tech use. We're up to 90 tech use. Okay. We're up to 85 awareness. When the wearer kills an enemy in the 1 cell radius with a shot, they gain 1+ resolve. 5+ also grants crit against Xenos. %5 armor. When the wearer kills a target with exploit using a single or dead shot, nearest enemy immediately gain 1 exploit. I guess we're going that route. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. She is using Eldari weapons, if memory serves me right.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Lord Captain, do you think this enterprise is wise?
The container is filled with something heavy. It is difficult to discern what it is exactly.
I concur with Master Viserion. This place reminds me of the maintenance modules on Urak 5. All the colors are so grubby.
Oh, what an amusing attempt at defiance!
Show them no mercy.
Pascal, okay. Clearing out their where they have cover.
Kill the ash mags. Aim for the fuel barrels, they go up just beautifully. And then stand well back.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
$45, 18, 25, 86. Okay.
Shireen, take cover away from the barrels.
Let's get to it.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
A genius at work. Let's see. A predictable downfall.
Can't hit anyone. Okay.
Schemes within schemes.
Out my way.
Armored bandit. Okay.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
I'll do it.
And that missed. Of course it did.
Let's get to it. Here we go.
Let your soul be purged.
As honor ordains, as the tenets demand. As honor ordains. The shadows will see it done. I shall not fail.
Time to slaughter someone.
I'm going to shoot here.
Let's make it quick.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Hold on. Let's get to it.
So covered in blood.
Scared yet?
Bandit Hitman.
Out of my way.
That might actually be the one that actually is dangerous.
Will not die
Ouch.
in
Let's
dishonor.
get to it.
Death
Here we
whispers
go.
my name. Pain is but an illusion.
The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols. My vow is to serve.
If this is my death, may my blood be a worthy
See the
sacrifice.
Servitors?
I know what I'm doing.
They're slow, but they
Usually.
hit hard. Don't let them get too close.
Never fight fair. Aw,
Oh,
you're no
don't.
Let's make it quick. Die! Die!
Stop hitting me. Ashma.
Another one.
No.
Hold on.
Why do they keep running into stuff?
As honor ordains. Trust me. As honor ordains. Trust me.
Let's
Oh.
get to it.
From every loss, twisted wonders emerge. Predictable downfall. Oh, a wicked thought.
Oh, fuck. Mistakes were made.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Out of my way.
My place is at the fore. One view at a time. We'll rule the stars themselves. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed. An exemplary strike. It will be done. At your beck and call.
Okay. Another one taken care of.
It
Yep.
will be done.
Let's get to it.
Did my luck finally run out?
Let's get to it.
Help me, Lord Captain. Emperor, deliver us.
What if? Let's see.
No burnings, huh? That's... What?
Too bad I'm still standing. Schemes within schemes.
As usual, it's...
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. At your beck and call. That's not the Seneschal's job. A tactically sound approach. I'm not interested. Reduced to dust! Follow my lead.
Okay.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Let's see. Ah, another one is shattered.
I need to rethink certain things with certain builds. You make them so they actually can do stuff. That is my opinion right now. There are certain things that aren't working out.
2, 3, 5. Thank the Exalted One. Those ashmags didn't have time to make off with anything yet.
Jay carefully inspects the containers emblazoned with markings from some unknown freight operator, then smiles and touches the comm bead in her ear.
Give me 2 minutes, Shireen, I'll send the coordinates to my loyal crew who will deliver my property somewhere safe. And, done.
Jay removes her hand from her ear and turns to you.
We're good. Now how about we relocate to a more pleasant and private space to discuss the details of our deal, specifically, payment for your efforts.
I hope your vaunted wisdom is worth all this trouble.
Jay opens her mouth to reply when you hear the sound of many footsteps behind you.
Stop right there, in the name of the Liege.
The gaunt, pale-skinned man in grimy clerical robes glances at you, and immediately falls to his knees obsequiously.
Your Excellency. Please forgive my vehemence, most noble Octavia the Fire Axe. I never expected to encounter such eminent persons in this corner of Footfall. I am Viladame Tokara's personal agent.
The man hesitates, choosing his words carefully.
I came here to remove from criminal circulation a shipment, the distribution of which is banned in the lands of Footfall, horrendous xeno-heresy that has been fraudulently delivered to a bastion of the Holy Imperium.
He looks at Jay.
I do not doubt for a moment, most noble Octavia the Fire Axe, that your presence here is merely a misunderstanding brought about by another's manipulations.
It is too great a coincidence that the Liege's representative should arrive in the Shadow Quarters just after Jay has recovered her rightful spoils. It seems that the guards reported the problems with the shipment over the Vox, and not to just anyone, but to the Liege's personal agent. Vladame Tokara knew about the shipment from the start and planned to take it for himself, and get rid of Jay if he could. Behold, the grubby, underhand struggle between coal traders. And had it not been for your impromptu deal struck in the bar, Vladame might have succeeded.
This cargo belongs to the von Valencius dynasty. Is Lord Tokara trying to encroach upon the property of the rogue trader?
No, no. Your ladyship, I beg you to forgive this wretched serf. A terrible misunderstanding. 1,000 apologies. I won't disturb you further.
Jay watches him hurry away, then looks at you.
I wish I could see Viladame's face when he finds out he almost stepped on the toes of one of the most powerful people in the Expanse. Listen, Octavia the Fire Axe. I'm genuinely sorry about this confusion. Viladame and I have had our difficulties, but I never thought he'd want to clean me out and do away with me in some dark corner, at least, not so soon. If you hadn't agreed to our deal, Shireen, my gang, and I would already be floating in orbit around one of Footfall's asteroids.
A rogue trader could use someone talent connections. I'd be merciful and give you a choice, heretic. You atone for your sin, purge crimes against the Imperium through your service to the House of Valentius, or you die where you stand. Now, Jay is such a grey character. As in, morality grey. Profit is all that she cares about. And I like that about her. As a heretic, I also like that. Because that makes sense in a weird way. Yeah, the rogue trader could use someone with your talents and connections, Jay. I would like to see you in my retinue.
Exalted One bless you and your entire dynasty. I wouldn't say no to marking the occasion properly. It's not every day you embark on a brilliant new business partnership. Damin Octavia the Fire Axe, if it is indeed your wish to let this heretic into your retinue, then allow me to carve a vow of service into her tongue. Let the pain prevent her from uttering words of deceit and remind her of obedience. Don't even think about it, you crazed Casa, unless you want me to add a few extra bits of lead to the metal adornments on that sulky mug of yours.
Abelard gives you a look of reproach.
You sully the von Valancius name by inviting people like her into your retinue, Lord Captain. The decision is yours, but do not be surprised if unsavory rumors start to spread on Footfall.
Argenta regards Jay.
It is a strange circle you are forming around yourself, rogue traitor. Sister Argenta.
Jay gives her an almost lecherous once-over.
I've heard all about your deeds on Footfall, but I never would have guessed there was an angelic beauty behind all the idle gossip. Either way, I'm entirely willing to join your retinue. From now on, my knowledge and experience are entirely at your disposal. Oh, and one more thing, if you're interested in a rather lucrative offer, one that can give the von Valancius Protectorate a leg up, I'd say now isn't the time to be thinking about such things, but once we get back to your ship, perhaps you could spare me a minute, Shireen.
Flesh is weak, yet iron knows no pain.
So here is Jay is such an interesting character overall, and I have just gotten a fuck ton of debuffs because they stood in all the thing while talking. Of course, that's great.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Acquisition is possible.
Good. Okay. Once per turn, when you score a critical hit with a pistol, next attack cost the pistol costs 0 AP. Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Patience. Oh, my nerves are frayed.
Jay's assistance. I think we cleaned up most of it, yeah. Yeah, the ones that died during the combat or fell during the combat, lost a ton of it. I am really like the Death Cult Assassin. I don't really know. Maybe going Assassin with it was the wrong idea. And maybe going Executioner would have been really a lot more effective on the character. It might actually have been a lot more effective on the character. I don't think there's a way to respec characters, is there?
What lies beyond?
The man stops and salutes you with his flamer.
Your ladyship. What an honor. The whole of Footfall is talking about the new head of House von Valancius. Foreman of Footfall Utility Crew 3, at your service.
What are you doing?
Just burning rats. And some trash, and some parasites of other sorts. The district's under quarantine, you see. It got hit by something nasty. A disease. Or maybe it isn't a disease, just some bugs and worms what crawled out of some ship or other. It is a bit odd that it happened here and not at the docks, I'll grant you. Things like that usually start there. They even spray the place with some gunk to kill all the bugs and worms. But I guess something slipped through. 2 families in that block way over there snuffed it. And the leech wasted no time getting the district surrounded so that nobody could leave.
So you don't know exactly what happened in the district. Disease, bug, or something else?
1,000 apologies, your ladyship, but no, we don't, and we'd rather not find out. Who in their right mind would want to get closer to whatever it is? We've contained the foulness, and that's good enough if you ask me.
How exactly did the victims die?
Who knows? They found them in their hovels, already dead. Blue sores on their bodies, and they stank something awful, which is why the lot that found them didn't even risk looting the corpses. Good on them, I guess. Doesn't mean we let them out, of course.
What measures have been taken to deal with the problem?
You're looking at them. We stand here, burn the foulness, and we've got people standing guard so that no one escapes. Put some mines down, a whole load of them, for the same reasons. The water, the sewers, all blocked off, to stop any communications getting out. The air's open, I suppose, but the foulness doesn't seem to be airborne. There haven't been any strange deaths outside the district.
Okay. I bid you farewell and carry on remaining vigilant.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
This is the annoying part, where you You have a fight. We're still early on and we're weak. We don't have full builds. We don't really know what path we're going to take with characters. A certain part of me actually want to retrain from operative to a certain part want operative and certain part wants to continue on with like a certain part wants to continue on with what I have. The other one wants to go soldier, dual pistol.
Access has been granted.
Okay, we can now buy that. We can now buy that. Oh, they're... Ooh, I like that. So that actually means that they certain things are actually restocking. That is great to know.
Oh yes, they all will see.
Because I'm fairly sure I bought everything I could in that shop last time. That means we can maybe make a grenade build work. If you're running the damage over time executioner build, does that count towards grenades? That's a good point. That is a really good point. How was it you did this? I'm going to do that first. How is Jay? What kind of gear does she have? She's running poison pistol and that. Okay. She doesn't have bolter training. She does not. Officer, Vanguard Tactician, Master Tactician she can go into. You still have a fair bit of point. You're a warrior. Could go into that. I don't think... Okay. Idra's still an operative. We're going back to Footfall. I have more quests in the Shadow Quarter. Now we're sticking with the crew we have right now. I wanna flesh out more gear, try to get some good, interesting builds going on the characters I have. I think Cassia is the one. The problem is, like, Octavia has really good psycho abilities, and they combo really good with burning, but it feels like for that to be really good, I need to run burning on a few characters, because that means that Octavia is actually more of a support character, more than like more than anything else. She is more of a support character.
Of a world, I am the rogue thread.
We are going down here. There's a door here. Dark hideout, yeah. We have awareness check here.
This fake door is connected to a mine trigger.
There will be
No, we are going over here then. Where we have this door. Yep.
Rising sun symbol. It seems oddly repulsive.
This is the Heretical cave, I think.
Oh, what curiosity unveils itself before me.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Okay. Let's have a look over on our characters quickly. all agility bonus. You can acquire item while exploring officer's deck. Let's try running her with one-hander weapons. And we throw in swords that are required for this, right? If memory serves me right. So that doesn't... It's a knife. Two-hander. Minus parry on a target. That's really good on a sword, though. Dodge reduction. Parry. Hit. Okay, so we're running that then. With burning immunity.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows. Never doubt me.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Attention to detail is the key to
Fortune
success.
smiles on us. An ill omen.
Okay.
The Emperor
We are
favors me
dismantling the
today.
traps as many as we can. Okay, that's not good. Do I have grenades? Okay.
Oh, glorious spectacle of your demise.
Okay, Pascal is going first. What do you have? You have stun grenades. Okay, that's a bit bad, but like at this point, that is just the reality of it. Pascal is over there. Move him up there. Cassia is going to take a rear roll. Caspelica is going here. You are going here. And it's going to be Pink Horror. So you're going to put Abelard here. Does anyone actually have fire nades? Cassia has fire nades. Okay, how many can we eliminate? We can eliminate a fair few. Best shot is here or here. There. Okay, good. Going to pump that. And we're going to place.
Request denied.
Front line is going to be here.
Running binaric override.
And we're going to put the rear back here.
Knows all, comprehends all.
Backline. Okay. He's going for. Ooh. Ooh. Hold this sorcerer. Ouch. light him on fire, I can also just almost kill some of the ones in the back here. Don't really want to go in for melee.
A genius at work.
Missed it. Okay, fair enough.
A wicked thought.
Okay. Everything missed. Great.
My faith shields me.
Plasma pistol?
Just a minor setback.
Death comes in silence. As honor ordains. Trust me.
A strike of terror pierces the heart.
Side awaits.
Second weapon.
As honor ordains.
Okay.
Death to non-believers!
That I. What is that?
An
What is that?
offering of blood.
Death to the weak!
If I may. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Even I won't do that.
Unavailable. Why?
What? Ha! No.
Why is it unavailable? Second mind. This will be removed at the end of combat if the game outside of combat visit the void should remove it. Okay, so it means
Ha! What is?
literally I can't remove it. Okay.
Oh, a wicked thought.
Okay.
As the Emperor faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
I haven't picked the one that actually makes it, so I
will endure. As the Emperor commands, I act.
My place is at the fore. I took care of this one. Indeed. It will be done.
That pink horror is really annoying, huh?
Request approved. Running binary override.
shattered foes in my wake. Let's see. Schemes within schemes within schemes. A genius at work. Oh, strike me again. See what happens.
I shall not fail. Trust me.
Harried. Really now?
The warp is deaf to my prayers.
Death is a blessing.
No. Temporary wounds on you. Okay. We're going to put voice of command on you. And then we're going to put you into that.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Put that up.
Wicked thought.
Then we're going to
What if?
strike you. Okay. How many debuffs does the pink horror have? He doesn't have that many debuffs now. Okay.
I'll do it.
My ears are ringing.
Can I... Is this going to pop off? I think... Yeah.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Okay. That one's taken care of. We're going to move this... Okay.
Become like fire.
Going to put that on.
Within schemes.
Move over here. Energy.
A wicked thought.
15.
I won't sully myself with that.
I get that.
Suffered worse.
No, no. 5 health left.
The shadows will come. The other side awaits. As the tenants demand. I shall not fail. As honor ordains. The shadows will see it done.
If I may.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Me?
Okay.
A tactically sound approach. Victory is imminent.
Increase the damage. Then parry, parry.
I will do my duty.
Request approved. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Debuff you like there's no tomorrow.
War is my muse.
I want a target on this side here.
Trust.
Yeah.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Free radius. We're just going to do that. And it got parried. That's not great. They're stuck.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
A strike of terror pierces the heart.
Okay,
Cuts
nice.
and cracks appear on your skin.
Argenta rushes to the last living cultist and silently, furiously punches him in the face.
Blaspheming heretic. Who were you praying to? I know those words, that call to allure.
Argenta doesn't get to finish. The cultist, having dropped to his knees, interrupts her with grating, rasping laughter.
Of course you know them. I recognize you too, lackey to the corpse on the throne. Haven't you already experienced the power of the true God? Didn't you flee from us, shedding tears?
Argenta recoils as if from a blow, but then steps forward, grabs the cultist by the scruff of his neck, and makes him look into her eyes, burning like embers.
I am one of the Adeptus Sororitas. And I have never, not once in my life, fled from heretics and betrayers of humankind.
Agatha, wait, the heretics must be interrogated.
What do you want to know, servants of the corpse emperor? The names of my brethren? How many of us there are? Where we are? I will tell you myself, we are myriad, and we are everywhere. Soon, very soon, you will hear our voices. And when you hear them at your back, so close you can feel our breath, then you will know the power of the true God.
The undying emperor is the one true God. You will soon learn this, when you face his harsh judgment. As will all your accomplices.
Kibella's voice is filled with cold implacability.
Just how many of you vermin are there? First Rykad Minories, now here.
Pasquale pulls a number of instruments out of his robe. You would bet your life that the purpose of these items isn't to disassemble machines. He says casually.
Should you encounter difficulties during the information extraction process, I would recommend precise targeting of ganglia.
The cultist chuckles arrogantly but pales under Pasquale's calmly probing gaze.
How do you know, Argenta? Have you seen it on Footfall? Who or what is this true god you keep mentioning?
You will know, in time.
The cultist gives you a wicked smile painted with the fresh blood on his lips.
How do you know Argenta? And have you seen her on Footfall before?
Not on Footfall.
The cultist laughs hoarsely.
In another place, she flew right in, like a bird into a snare.
Argenta is staring at the cultist, her eyes wide. As if against her will, she whispers 2 words.
Solus Prime.
What is he talking about?
She snaps out of it, as if emerging from a reverie.
A planet, a place, it doesn't matter. I know these heretics, I fought them and was gravely wounded. But I swear, I never...
She turns to the cultist, her eyes filled with cold fury.
If you truly have seen me on Solus Prime, someone among you must know a way to get there. Do you have your own ship? A navigator? Answer me.
Ships and maps, roads and doors, we have them all, but our paths are not for you. The true God spins his web, and you are but a fly caught in it. But where is the spider?
The cultist's eyes fill with madness.
I need something more coherent.
Rogue traitor, we won't get anything from this madman. As for my part in the story, I will tell it, but not here, not in his presence.
And
you can kill me, servants of the corpse emperor. But you can't stop the victory of the true God. The edge of daybreak is nigh, and the hour of his triumph approaches.
Yep.
Silence hangs for a minute. Then Argenta turns to you and shrugs nonchalantly.
That's it? We fulfilled Reverend Hieronymus's request, which means I am now free. I can continue my travels with you, rogue traitor. Before we leave this den, let us round up what remains of the blasphemers. I would like to cleanse this place with purifying flame, but perhaps we can find clues that might tell us where these heretics came from, or if they have any more associates.
Argenta lowers her head wearily.
We need to talk, but it can wait. Let's meet on the ship when it's time to depart Footfall.
Plasma. The warrior uses psychic power attack. They either restore 2 AP or take time warp damage.
What lies beyond?
Action point economy hasn't really gotten into where we are in the game right now yet.
Success is an irrefutable certainty.
That's actually a fairly good one. We have a tiny bit here to explore, continue. We have a bit of goods here.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
We have one more fight now. One more fight. And Cassia is interesting where we have her right now. She is playing a support role, full-on support role. If we switch her out for Jay, we can have more of a utility character that actually might deal a fair bit of damage. Improved auto pistol, auto gun, always add to cargo, add to cargo. Okay.
Dark hideout.
Oh, yes, they all will see.
Yep. This is Anver hideout.
The man with a shaggy mop of dark hair is dressed and armed about as well as everyone else in here. And yet he is unmistakably the leader. He takes a step toward you. He chuckles. He spreads his arms wide in a welcoming gesture.
My guests. What a joy it is to see you in my humble refuge. I see you've come here to be introduced to the truth. Which will you choose, then, words, or fire and metal?
You already know the answer, heretic.
Argenta grasps her weapon.
You've ruled over Footfall with fear. It's as serious achievement I could do with people like you. I prefer to use human resources rationally, rather than charge in with guns blazing.
Bow to the likes of you, the bloated old masters of the universe? I'd rather die. Do you even know what our name means, outsider? Footfall calls us the Enver. They do not stop to look, listen, learn.
The man pauses, then half closes his eyes and proclaims in crude but clear High Gothic.
Auxilio non veniet. Help will not come. The maw has closed, the Coronis expanse is on its own now. A new era has come, and we are its sovereigns.
Attempt at defiance!
Crush him! Suffering is part of the trial.
And then instigator, cutter, fug.
Advancing.
And the kingpin over there, okay.
The scriptural brought insignificant value. My vow is to serve.
Emperor, protect me.
Here we go.
It's nothing.
What did you take so much damage from?
Blessed be the hand of the healer. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
The blood freezes in your veins.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Let's make it quick.
I've suffered worse.
You don't frighten me.
I am your blade and shield. As honor or death is a blessing. The shadows will see it done.
Switching to these weapons and
As the
Letlings.
tenets demand. No. I would that I could.
Okay. Is he going to turn around and just hit me for a ton? Ooh, yes he is! Yes he is!
Emperor, give me strength. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If I may.
Fate claims another one.
Okay.
Show me what you've got.
No! These ruby flashes are choking me.
Another one is shattered. Schemes within schemes.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed. One fewer target. It will be done. Reduce to dust.
Okay. And then...
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Head trauma.
Request approved.
Look out.
Let's get to it. Integrity failure detected.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I'll do it.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
As honor ordains, I shall not fail. Trust me.
You're sadly going to die if you don't dodge this. Come on, dodge. Yes! Yes!
I have read tomes of military tactics. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
My frail organics required it.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Through the smoke and gunfire.
And light him on fire.
Genius at work. Even I won't do that.
Okay.
High momentum.
At your beck and call.
Nope.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
When you hit them so hard, they start T-posing.
Don't touch me.
Guided by faith. Doubt is for the weak.
As on our old days.
Can we kill him? We can kill him, yeah. Complete development. What? What was that? Whereabouts of the androids? Let's run this air.
Discover the whereabouts of Edel Thrad the air.
Wait, line. Sphere shorted. Other quest. I don't know what that means, but yeah, sure.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. If I may.
Okay, good.
Strike me again. See what happens.
That way, put more on them.
What if?
I will do my duty.
Ouch.
As the tactical imperative dictates. The Omnissiah condemns you.
Okay.
The flesh betrays me. Take up defense over the body of the fallen unit.
Die, die, die!
What the f...
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
What the fuck was that? Okay, at the start of the whereas turn again, dodge until the end of... Okay. Nothing super fancy there. Kingpin, what do you have? You have an eye patch, you have an Anver Chainsword. Hit, the suffer penalty stacks. Okay, that's actually good. This scarf grants the wearer 20 plus coercion, minus 5 awareness. We got a good flamer as well.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
That guy died the first. Okay, let's start exploring this place now then. You have a door we can open up here.
Watch out.
Okay, what's in here? It's more...
I'm restless.
It's more materials. Just more materials. We have some more boxes over here.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Okay. That is a fair few of the objectives actually cleared. That's actually interesting. We have a ton more of things we can do on footfall, but I'm just like, should we do them now or should we wait with them? That's my current thought on it, pretty much. Because I'm thinking we do a bit of exploration, get a bit more gear, get an idea on like what kind of builds we want to make with characters. That's how I'm thinking right now, anyway.
What lies beyond?
Because we get a few more gear pieces, we get a few more things going, then we can maybe actually make something. We need more profit factor. That's kind of what we need right now. Because the stuff we want to buy it requires a bit of profit factor.
Welcome back.
When the wearer moves without... move without 50% less wounds.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
The one thing we want to do is actually talk to Octavia.
The burly woman with a wealth of fiery hair is in the process of tinkering with some unknown device that is clinking melodiously. She has a rough-looking implant in place of her lower jaw. As you approach, the implant begins to move, as if independently of the rest of her face.
Welcome to the Adeptus Amicus, ma'am. What can Octaviana get you? Amasec. Lho. Something more interesting?
Octaviana freezes in place.
It can't be. Are you, Sister Argenta? The Sister Argenta? The one who has the worst scum on footfall shaking in their boots? The whole station is talking about you. And here you are, in the flesh, in our humble Amicus.
Argenta stops Octaviana's torrent of adoration with a calm gesture.
No more. I seek retribution against transgressors, not glory for myself.
Despite her words, you catch a glint in Argenta's eyes. You can tell she is enjoying this enraptured attention. Octaviana's expression changes dramatically when she sees Cabela.
You there. You should know that if I see one dead body around here, I'll have you thrown out of my bar with a hole in your head. Your kind don't scare me, and I'm not about to let you ruin my business by leaving corpses all over the room. You being here is already making half my clients feel less thirsty. I have heard your threat. Do not fear, if I must kill someone here, you will not find the bodies.
Oh, don't worry, you won't find the bodies. It's been given thing. I figured I was due to some me time. Give me a splash of your local hooch, wouldn't you?
Octaviana looks at you closely, then takes a bottle from a shelf and uncorks it. The transparent, pungent-smelling liquid quickly fills the glass that sits between you. Pasquale's respirator hisses quietly, and he says in an insinuating tone.
The alchemical composition of this substance is known to me. But never before have I come across such an unusual application. An exquisite path of martyrdom in honor of the Omnissiah.
Take a good look at it.
The glass contains a liquid that is clearly made from spent promethium. This is moonshine, virtually unfiltered, that quickly blows the drinker off their feet and, when imbibed regularly, turns their liver into a bubbling sponge.
Toughness. We're drinking that shit. Of course we are.
The liquid burns your tongue, then your throat, then your stomach. It takes your breath away, but after a few seconds, warmth spreads throughout your body, and your head feels a little lighter than usual. Octavia.
That's the second time I've seen a noble drink the octane blend without wincing, but I won't offer you any more. I've got just the thing set aside for such an occasion.
Octaviana grabs a dusty unopened bottle from under the bar and a clean glass. The amber liquid splashes against the crystal walls as she adds in a couple of black pebbles. The soft, spicy aroma tickles your nostrils.
You said I'm the second person to drink this octane blend without winching.
The first was Coligo's Winterscale. That's right, the head of House Winterscale himself used to come here often. Impressive guy. True, whenever he and his officers came through the door, the locals would find themselves a hole to hide in. Drinks weren't the only thing his lordship liked knocking back. If someone so much as looked at him funny, he'd paint the walls red.
Drink.
The amusk warms your throat pleasantly. You can make out a hint of spice, the flavor of an oak barrel, and a distinct earthy aroma. You feel a little more at peace, and you reach the bottom of the glass sooner than you'd like.
What is this place?
You're in the oldest watering hole on Footfall, ma'am. The Adeptus Amazicus is the only Adeptus one can find on Footfall.
She laughs hoarsely.
I'm Octaviana. I serve drinks, lend an ear, and, if it comes down to it, quiet the rowdy ones.
She sizes you up carefully.
Folks usually come to the Amazicus for either pleasure or business. Might I ask what's brought you here?
I have business here.
Where better to do business than Footfall, am I right? Business is the only thing keeping this melting pot going. If this wasn't the best place to make deals, Footfall would have been stripped clean long before now, one asteroid at a time.
Octaviana leans forward.
Sitting at this bar often puts folks in a talkative mood, and I don't see anybody paying me to keep quiet. Visits from eminent individuals like yourself boost the status of my establishment, so I can repay you by sharing what I've overheard. Some of it might help you out, in your dealings.
Give me the latest.
This one might interest you, a tale I heard from a tipsy voidborn from a cargo barge. They exited the warp halfway between Furibundus and the Avirus system and came upon a shuttle wreck adrift. The shuttle was registered to the Inevitable Triumph, a merchant ship that disappeared decades ago. She was bound for Footfall, her cargo holds brimming with valuable goods, but she never made it. If anything at all survived the shipwreck, it could be quite the lucky find. Here's another tidbit for you. Some poor sot was here bawling about how his crew tossed out a whole shipment of cargo along with the trash, and it was his fault somehow. He hid the fact, and once they docked at Footfall, he immediately went on the run. No surprise there, had they discovered his blunder, he would have been executed. I don't know what sort of cargo it was, but the ship he served on usually goes between Footfall and Winterscale's realm. She passes the 100 Dreams crossroads and Langren's belt. If you happen by that area, you might want to look for whatever that idiot chucked overboard.
Yeah?
That will do for now.
How are things here in Footfall?
Haven't been to our fine station for a while, have you, ma'am? As per usual, there's never a dull moment. Either someone's getting shot in a square, or some rich guy's going on a safari to hunt commoners in the shadow quarters. Sure, the Liege makes sure that the local shenanigans don't get in the way of business on the station, but what happens on the outskirts adds a little spice to our lives. We make do, but the real trouble is, with every passing day it gets harder to find grub. I heard that some horrors are happening in the void outside Furibundus, that not all ships are making it here, and the Liege's old patrons don't seem to be in a hurry to help. It's taking a toll on Vladame's authority, and if his authority wobbles too hard, he'll have plenty of people lining up to take his place.
About the woman that started to fight at the bar.
Why are you so interested? You looking into her or something?
Octaviana catches herself upon meeting your gaze and bows her head low.
Apologies, ma'am, me and my big mouth. I guess this is why they broke my jaw so many times.
She touches her implant.
Okay, yep.
Octaviana drops her voice.
Jay. You know, Jay's pretty great. She's made a name for herself here on Footfall. She's a woman who came from nothing, she follows the unwritten rules of this place, she doesn't walk all over weaker folks, and she drinks like a fish to boot, there's lots to respect. The sad thing is, it looks like she's got on the wrong side of Velat aim. And since both of them, well, I guess all three of us, have ties to the Kasbalika, there's no way out of this. Jay should get off Footfall while she still can, better to lose her business than her life.
I'll be going.
Octaviana bores her head slightly.
Until next time, ma'am.
There will be no peace in my wake.
We have now checked... Have we checked this merchant? I think we checked this merchant.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we checked this merchant. 5, we can't buy anything more with 5. Bit of wasteful. Poor Sap who got his tongue cut by the Anders. Well, they're not around anymore. Took care of that. Don't know why he was. His troubles are over now.
They will see. Oh yes,
The upholstery of the dirty sofa moves slightly. A soft hissing can be distinctly heard from the depths of the furniture.
Mastercraft and... Ooh, that's actually good. And out we go out.
Under the floor, you can see the remains of the void ship's life support system. It seems that whoever dismantled the vessel decided just to leave it in place.
Going to the atrium. Yeah, so we finished a lot. Everything. There's one long quest still on Footfall left. But I don't really want to do that right now. And from my memory, it doesn't actually unlock anything like fantastic, but yeah. It actually gives you a fair bit of profits. It might actually be worth looking into.
Patience. Oh, my nerves are frayed.
Cleveland and another one from Anne.
The Emperor protects.
I have your request has been fulfilled. The cultist den in the shadow quarters has been cleaned.
A grim smile brightens his features, and he makes the sign of the Aquila.
I hope that their suffering was commensurate with their deeds.
Okay, so back. We got a bit of experience from that. I'd like to take a look on what you offer. Scroll of Imperium. That might actually be a good one. Bear's first melee attack cannot be dodged or parried. That's a fairly good one as well. Emperor's Wrath? Sanctified Staff. I want that bolter. I want that bolter. Reputation. If we give you a uniform. Here's the thing. I want to actually have a fair bit left, if that makes sense. Put in another jewelry. An armor kit, that's 4k. That's going to put us not up to the next one. Okay, that's another holy artifact. Some melee weapons, 4.5, 4.4. Armor. Fuel is 100 as well. Okay. Let's shove in a few more. We want to get that up to miscellaneous. We need one more. I put in one. And that is trade. Means we are up one. It's so slow to actually get enough for that one though. That one is so slow to get up, it seems.
Oh, what lies beyond?
Persuasion. You have a 5% damage increase. Add to cargo. We can add those to cargo as well. Cargo. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. We already kind of recuperated a fair bit of it. That's the one I'm interested in. Flame 4. That's also 4. So honestly, that would make a good combo with this. We need to level up. That's what we need to do, honestly. That's honestly what we need to do. We're going to leave.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Wait. We're going to the Liege. I want to see what he has first.
Greetings, your ladyship. I don't mean to hurry you, but I do hope that our deal is still in place. The station continues to experience increasingly severe shortages of provisions.
Upon noticing Cabela, Vladane quickly assumes a bored expression. Carefully, without making any sudden movements, he wipes his glasses and, as if absent-mindedly, puts a hand under the table.
I did what you could not. I found and neutralized the Anniver's agitator-in-chief.
That is a truly outstanding accomplishment, your ladyship. Footfall can now rest easy. At least until the next mad hoodlum makes himself known.
What happened in the Shadow Quarter? Why is there a quarantine?
Oh, that.
He grimaces.
Who knows? It could be an actual epidemic. Or perhaps the two families that started it all just came down with food poisoning at the same time. We're on a space station. The best solution here is to isolate the area and wait for the problem to resolve itself.
I wish to enter the quarantine zone. You could have at least dropped supplies. No, we're not doing Iconoclast. You're right, Liege. The death for the prize. Frankly, my question was born out of idle curiosity. I wish to enter the quarantine zone.
Out of the question. You would be putting both yourself and the station at risk.
I believe I wish to enter the quarantine zones. You would dare to defy the will of a rogue trader?
Vladimir clenches his teeth and remains silent for a moment.
Your imprudence could spell the end of you and the entire station. But, as you wish. I will have my people clear a small passage for you. It will take time, mind you.
Vladimir scoffs.
The place has been mined properly. It will take days, if not more. But you will get your way in.
The man introduced himself as the servant of House Jordan, asked to have a word with me, and then, imagine the odds, someone blew his brains out.
Vladimir doesn't look surprised.
The Enver again, I presume? Those anarchical degenerates don't care whom they shoot, be it my servants, yours, or those in the employ of House Corda. I suspect that this agent wished to negotiate a deal that would have you refrain from hindering Incendia Corda's efforts to strangle us with the threat of hunger and demand our obedience. If so, I don't believe I will be mourning the man's passing very long.
There was only one person who stood to gain from this murder, you.
If you're suggesting that those outlaws were acting on my orders, then I vociferously deny anything of the sort. However, if you are merely alluding to the possibility that someone who cares about Footfall's fate could have started a rumor on the lower levels that House Corda's agents were looking to assert their authority on Footfall, well, then your suspicions are entirely logical, as was the man's inevitable death at the hands of the Enver.
Let's see what you have to deal. No reputation though. If we select all, we only get 2k. Everything here is so fucking expensive though. That, like, each time spends 10 stacks of tactical advantage, gain 1 resolve until the end of combat. Plasma nades, Commissar's boots, whenever the wearer shoots as an ally, target their ability immediately gain 1 movement speed. Or movement point? Okay. Precision bolter. Yeah, we need to get grinding.
There will be no peace in my wake.
That's one of the biggest things about this game is I feel like yeah, we're just going to leave. We're taking our path. We're actually starting the exploration part of the game a bit. I have 2 quests on Footfall still. It's the quarantine zone and the funeral. Yes, yes. And honestly, I don't really have any major plans on doing that right now. It's not like I think we're going to fail. It's just I want to get the builds up and running, so I want to start actually moving across.
Access has been granted to the following option.
Yeah, everything here is just too expensive, but we've gotten up to this point at least. I'm happy about that. That's one of the things I want. Honestly,
in this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Last time I played this, like, the mechanics was a lot more interesting, but it could fully well be that it was just so far down the line for it, because yeah, it was late game last time I played this. And that's the funny thing, a lot more things get interesting when you have all the components to make different builds work. I might do a respec of... No, we're not doing a respec. We're going to try running with this. Getting a few more points might actually be the thing to go at it. One of the things I did mistakenly in when I played this the first time was I went for all the green paths. I made a green path fairly long, and it's just like, yeah, no, that's not a great idea to do.
Lord Captain, the ship's senior officers request an audience with you. They are humbly awaiting you on the bridge.
Okay. I don't know what it is, but okay, that's great. We have a ton of side quests, character story, and stuff like that to do as well. I can probably spend 10 hours just doing that. Who's that?
Lord Captain, if I may request your attention for a moment, I must report a series of highly dangerous violations that have taken place in the fuel compartment. The Master-at-Arms is ignoring my demands, and I am thus forced to appeal directly to you.
Okay.
Lord Captain, if it be your wish, we will crack down on any violations of the ship's discipline. However, I dare say that the Infernus Master has no right to command the enforcers, and I find his actions to be an outrageous breach of the chain of command.
Infernus Master, we have not been introduced yet.
My apologies for that omission, Lord Captain. I am Heinrich Montag, head of the Infernus Guild. I am responsible for preventing and extinguishing fires, as well as handling any emergency situations.
Indeed, your ladyship. Jocasta Sauerback, at your service. I am entrusted with the honor of commanding the enforcers and keeping order aboard this vessel. It is my duty to punish trespassers, suppress disobedience, and repel any and all attacks on the ship.
Describe the problem to me in detail.
The fuelers have founded a sect of some kind. This group practices fire worship of the Emperor and has been burning promethium near the fuel lines. I beg you to stop this madness before we all go up in flames.
That sounds sensible, yeah?
I should point out that there have been no incidents in the fuel compartment so far, and that the beliefs of the sect do not affect the obedience of the workers or their efficiency in any way. All assemblies are conducted strictly after hours with the permission of their superiors. However, if you find their practices unacceptable, we will put a stop to them immediately.
What? What? They're burning my promethium.
The amount of residue accumulated in the drainage tanks was so laughably small that it was not even worth recording. If there were any real misappropriation of the ship's resources happening here, I would have already punished those involved, Lord Captain.
The last sentence carries a faint note of regret.
Does the ecclesiarchy recognize this cult, or is it considered heretical?
This matter is beyond my purview. Let Confessor Adalbert be the judge of such business.
A plump, rosy-cheeked old man steps forward, his voice deep and sonorous.
The Emperor protects, your ladyship. I can assure you that there is no heresy festering in the fuel compartment. The sect of the Fire Prophecies has been tested for purity and found to be in accordance with the creed. Their leader, who calls himself the Oracle of Fire, is devout and submissive to his servants. They do not twist the sacred teachings, and as for their chosen forms of worship, these are neither rare nor remarkable. Many such minor cults exist in the Imperium with the full approval of the ecclesiarchy.
Does the Oracle of Fire make prophecies?
At least he and his flock believe that the Emperor reveals glimpses of the possible future to him in the sacred flame. Occasionally, his visions do come true, or so his followers convince themselves. We do not know whether the grace of the God Emperor truly lies upon him, or if he is merely a charlatan, or perhaps a blissful lunatic, or a wicked rogue who possesses psychic power not tempered by his will.
A croaking voice interrupts the confessor's words.
Lord Captain, as choir master of the Astropathic Choir, I must be watchful of any threats to the ship's safety originating from the Immaterium. I have heard rumors about this oracle, and so I have sent my adepts to see him. They assert that the man is a psyker. This man who speaks to the warp is a danger to himself and to the entire vessel. Both law and common sense dictate that he should be thrown into a holding cell, tranquilized, and handed over to the Inquisition to be sent to Holy Terra. Alternatively, you may also dispose of him in some other way.
Why, Master? You have not had the pleasure to conversing.
I beg your forgiveness, but I seldom leave the chapel to interfere in the affairs of the ship. My duty requires that I keep constant vigil as I direct the arrival and departure of messages across the boundless void. But, given that this incident had already demanded my interference, I thought it a good opportunity to introduce myself and pay my respects to you.
Yep. I know just how to handle this cult.
We stand ready to carry out any order.
Oracle's vision may be proving useful. We will not let the law stand in the way. Do keep an eye on him. Throw the Oracle in the holding cell and hand them over to authorities at the port we visit. If the Infernus Master says they are a danger to the ship, then I'm convinced. Disperse the troublemaker.
One. Since Confessor Adalbert and Mistress Auerbach have both attested that those people are obedient and free of fault, I will not ban their teaching.
As you wish, Lord Captain. I will warn my people to be on their guard.
Okay. How are we in the new system, people? How are we in the new system? What do we have? What events do we have and stuff like that? Is it every path you open up, you get another one? Space dust, we have pirates, we have a Hulk. Space dust first, I guess. Prometheum, don't mind if I do. We have a Hulk here. This monocle, ooh, I like that. Or space dust, or Prometheum. This is one planet, okay. We are fighting pirates. Ra-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-da-da-da. I'm losing it, am I? Maybe it's time for me to call it for the evening.
The celestial stage awaits my
Cobra destroyers. Is it free? Okay. Laying torpedoes there.
Payload.
Okay. First off, we're going to fire you. Going to then move forward. Fire you.
Initiate macro cannon barrage.
Move forward here.
You.
Fire you.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons.
We are going this way.
Engage the macro cannons.
Good.
Initiate macro cannon barrage. Engage Engage the macro cannons.
Changing course, disengage. Let's live to fight another day.
Set course.
Okay. Now we're just going to
3.
line that up here when they don't have a shot of doing anything. And just like blow them out of the wind.
Let the cosmic winds carry news of our victory.
I don't know how I feel about picking the lunatic background, but yeah, or lunatic voice. Okay, we have Soto's tomb unexplored. Okay.
Imperium cartographers and chroniclers know this place well. Long ago the planet was a prosperous outpost capable of eclipsing even footfall. There used to be a Cyclopean tomb station on its orbit, the final resting place of Cornelius Soto, one of the discoverers of the Coronus Expanse. The tomb gave its name to the entire system.
Okay.
However, about 400 years ago, an unknown cosmic body rammed into the station, causing it to collapse onto the planet. Not only did the catastrophe kill the settlers, it also made the world uninhabitable for centuries. The crater formed by the station's impact can still be observed from orbit. Soto's tomb became a sepulchre for the entire planet.
1. This sordid place has neither life nor loot. But knowing the nasty tricks that life can pull is a treasure in its own right.
Okay. Put on plasteel. That is just a solid solid resource. It's neither good nor bad. Oh, yeah, it's closer to good, honestly. We have 5k. We are going to equip that. We are going to increase the hull. We're going to not do the RAM. We're going to repair. Plasma. I don't think there's a difference in what weapons we're using right now, so I'm going to warp over.
I wish to inform you that the sacred rituals addressed to the spirit of the ship have been performed. The techno-liturgy and the rite of the machine blessing ended with a Date meditation in order to comprehend the nature of the miracle sent down by the Omnisar. Acquisition of sacred knowledge has not been recorded. How the spirit of the void ship was able to call upon the power of the machine god and activate the warp drive remains an unknown. Yet, during my meditative ritual, the Omnisar gave me an equally valuable revelation. The sacred spirit that lives in the bowels of the ship's mechanisms differs from other analogous forms. This spirit holds a unique power that cannot be called anything less than a blessing of the machine god.
What does this mean?
Hypothesis, in extremis, the ship's spirit is capable of making unpredictable calculations and actions. It is impossible to predict how it will behave in any given situation, but I believe the spirit is currently showing obedience, at least for now. I recommend that we continue monitoring the ship and be prepared for new manifestations.
Remind me what you wanted to find out. No. The report is received, thank you, Pascal.
The Omnisar knows all, comprehends all. As I am now fated to be your shadow, Domin Octavia the Fire Axe, we must perform a ritual that will seal our bond, for it pleases the Undying One. Let us speak on the bridge, and I will take us to a place appropriate for the ritual.
What is this ritual?
Come, and you will see. I do not wish to speak of the mysteries of the blood-spun web over the Vox. This knowledge is not meant for the ears of the uninitiated.
I will be there.
Thank you, Domin.
We're doing this sector Drifting void ship. Hermitage.
A small human dwelling stands on this barren, deserted planet. Scouts report that an old hermit lives there, who spends his days in prayer to the Emperor.
Ask the old hermit for a blessing.
To the Lord Captain's surprise, the old hermit turned out to be a navigator. And when the old man discovered the noble status of his visitor, he willingly recounted his tale. He had retreated to this planet long ago, back when he was still in his youth, after he had realized that his mind would not withstand frequent forays into the Immatrium, the realm of the archenemy. The hermit spoke with pride about how he had worshipped the Emperor each and every moment of his life. But when he mentioned the golden light of the Astronomicon, his voice quivered. When his guests left, he stared after them for a long time, his gaze filled with sadness.
It's beautiful. There are ardent views in the void the likes of which I could never have imagined. A single vivid world bleeding flames, yet so much substance for my thoughts.
More Promethium. Okay, we're scanning this planet. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Provision is a solid thing, and I feel like that is one of the best things to do. Is this what I think it is? Drifting void ship. Okay, this is where we're going to leave off for today. We've been going at it for almost 3 hours. I don't need to do anything, honestly, but I am exhausted right now. I'm surprised that we manage to get past almost 3 hours today. Anyway, that's going to be it. If you like what you saw, come and join me on Twitch. If you see it on YouTube or now, like, if you enjoy it, feel free to actually show it. And everything is going up on YouTube. Everything is going up on YouTube. I think everything is queued up until this episode, and it's one episode a day. At Twitch, 6 o'clock Central European time in the evening. That's when I'm trying to get this stream started. Anyway, good night, everyone. Oh yeah, I can't forget, we need to actually save. Thank you very much for the follow, Ashley Goldman. Yeah. And I'm actually going to take a break. I don't think I will be streaming tomorrow. Other stuff has come in the way. Anyway, good night.